Hello guys, welcome to our math online classes. Today's topic is about measure the speed. Measure the speed. Okay, well, what's speed? Speed is a concept of the distance that it's been covered in a unit of time. I can use d for distance and t for time. I have one example. It's a train that goes to 48 miles per hour, but I need to change the unit from miles per hour to feet per minute. So I have to remember what the units are. For instance, the time is 48 minutes in 1 hour, and I have to remember that 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. 1 hour has 60 minutes. Okay, so I have to change this unit miles per hour to feet per minute. So I will have to begin saying that we have 48 miles that goes in 1 hour. And I have to remember that 1 hour has 60 minutes. Okay? Because I have to get from hour to minutes. Okay, but now I have to change from miles to feet. So I will have to multiply how many miles are there. How many feet are there in 1 mile? So 1 mile has 5,280 feet. 1 mile has 5,280 feet. Well, now I have to make my equation and see if I can get the answer. What can I cancel? Hours are cancelled with hours. Miles are cancelled with miles. What's left? It's left feet and minutes, and this is just what I want to get. So my answer in this case, if I do all these calculations, is that the train goes to 4,400 feet per minute. So this is the way we can change from one unit to another using the units of distance and the units of time. I think it's very simple. You have to be very careful by remembering what the units are, right? Good. Okay. We will continue with finding these other units. We have the unit of speed. Speed usually has space or distance divided by the time. In general, speed depends if it's in miles per hour, if it's in kilometers per hour, feet per second, whatever. And distance is always a unit of length, and time is a unit of time. So we have to remember which are the units we are going to use. Okay, now we're going to study a second case. We have this little car that is running a distance of 500 miles in 10 hours. We need to know what is the rate of travel. That means it's a speed, velocity. Since velocity is a relationship, a ratio of distance over time, what I have to do is replace the values. So distance is 500 miles divided by the time, which is 10 hours. And if you do this simplification, what you're going to get is that the velocity of the rate of travel is 50 miles per hour. Very simple, right? So the velocity of the speed of this car is 50 miles per hour. Good. Now we have a third case. We have this little car, but we know their speed. The speed is 60 miles per hour. And it travels from 0 to t equals 6 hours. How long is the distance? We want to know the distance. Since we remember the distance is equal, well, we have to substitute. Speed equals d divided by time. So, I want to leave distance alone, so I will have to multiply t both sides, and this will be cancelled. So, distance is going to be equal to s times t. What's s? Speed. Speed is equal to 60 miles per hour times 6 hours. Now, look. Hours are cancelled, so the only unit that I will get is miles. 6 times 6 is 36, and 0, it will be 360 miles. That means that this little car has gone 360 miles. Very simple, right? Okay. Well, this is the options that we have to find the units of speed, the units of time, and the units of distance. But now let's see. We have this little plane. This little plane is flying to the speed of 500 miles per hour. And it goes a distance, let's see, from Cochabamba to La Paz. Let's imagine that from Cochabamba to La Paz, we have 900 miles, which is more or less the same. We want to know how long does it take to get there. Well, if you remember, what we have to do is solve this equation. Since we have here t times s equals d, right? So we can simply use the inverse of multiplication. The inverse of multiplication is division, so I divide both sides by s, so these are cancelled, and the time will be equal to the distance divided by the speed. Okay? What's the distance? The distance is 900 miles. And the speed is 500 miles per hour. If I do this division, these zeros are cancelled. So if I divide 9 by 5 or divided 9 by 5, I will get the answer, which will be 1.8 hours. Okay? So that means that it's very, very close to how much? To 2 hours. So I can round it to 2 hours, more or less. Okay? Well, this is the way we can find speed units, distance units, and time units. Well, I hope you got the whole idea, and I will wait for your questions in the next class. God bless you, and see you next time. Goodbye.